tweeted us and said, yes, it's better than going to any of these games as these teams' products on the field sucks. At least the weather is good, the refreshments are cold, and the golf is sizzling. The management of our pro teams has been terrible. I think Stevie Y will come through. That's from Michael. It's hard to take the current product on the field out of the conversation. You know?
Yeah. It is hard because, this is the worst time to be a Detroit sports fan in a long time. Is this the worst in our lifetimes?
I think in the 70s, it was awful being a Detroit sports fan.
No, you're right, it was.
In the 70s, really the 70s is why Michigan football got so big. It was the only thing that was any good. All the teams sucked for the better part of a decade. They didn't suck, but they weren't consistent winners. Michigan football was. For 40 years, it became the go-to outlet for winning, which is why it got so big.
But as a kid, I'm just thinking back in the 70s when I was a young kid. I don't know if I cared first place, second place. I just loved the teams because I loved the teams.
Sure.
And you start to develop that knowledge. Oh, wait a minute. You're playing to win, and they're not winning. It sucks, but that didn't come till later. But
what I remember about being a kid was that none of our pro sports teams could sustain anything. They had flare-ups, and the Tigers made the playoffs in our early 70s, I believe.
yeah.
There were some Lions teams that kicked around with division titles, but nothing was sustainable other than Michigan football.
Now, and then once you get to the 90s, the Red Wings took off and missed the playoffs forever. So
Pistons late
were
80s.
really good. Well, mid.
It's more than a decade. It was probably until the 84 Tigers, 83, 84 from
Tigers
69.
were competitive for a couple of years before they won the...
about 15 years there where nobody was doing anything. So we're right. We're there.
Yeah.
But it's not another 15 years. From Alan Dearborn, with all the extremely low scoring, would the PGA even want to keep the event going?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Course is too easy.
I think you're going to see some of these scores come down significantly over the weekend, but I still think they're going to go into the 20s. Pin placement will mean a lot, and they can make the pin placement where it's really difficult because the greens do have some tiers to them, and the way that they're cutting them, they're going to you're cutting for a championship day. They're going to be running so fast, and we'll see what weather plays a part, if the wind picks up or not. Lots of things can affect what the score does, but pin placement's number one.
And look, here's what I remember about, again, the Buick Open. I keep going back to that because I covered about 6 of them, I think. The players, they scored there, too. Mark Hills was easy for them, and they said, no, it's a good confidence boost going into the British. 248-539-9797. Gary's in Novi, and he's on 97 on the ticket. What's up, Gary?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you?
Good. So, I've been around golf my whole life. Had it on a tour. You hear the siren. So I know a little bit about what's going on. I've seen the setup, and I know golf in general. So I went yesterday with my wife. We had a great time. And a couple of things. The parking, it didn't have any signage, so people were coming back to their cars. They had no idea where their car was parked because it looked different. There was more cars. So they need to fix the parking a little bit. It was a little rough out there at State Fairgrounds. Number 2, they ran out of maps of the golf course and the player tee times early on, like when we walked in the door at 9 o'clock. Like, really? Can you run out of maps already the first hour of the tournament? So other than that, I loved it. It was fantastic. It was set up beautiful. The grounds were fantastic. The golf was good. And here's the thing about low scoring in the tournament. The Buick Open used to have really, really low scores. Tiger played there. He loved it. The guys used to go there as a tune-up for the British Open or whatever it might be at change times during the year. But they love shooting low scores because it makes them feel good. And they're there to tune up their game for the big tournament. When you get the big players in, and they'll come, it's going to be a great tournament. It really is really set up real nice. The inside booths are fantastic. Proximity, like the other guy said, to the golfers is just fantastic.
I'm thinking this through. Wouldn't it be helpful, Gary? Gary, wouldn't it be helpful if somebody from the Rocket Mortgage Classic then goes out and wins the British? Somebody who plays here goes out and wins the British next week.
It's not really that important. It's a perfect spot. They got a summer event. It's a great weather here in Detroit, typically in June. It's a little hot this week, but it's a fantastic spot. It's right between the U.S. Open and the British Open. So if the guys want to work on their game, and the big players will, Woodland came, and he was there, but he didn't play good. But he's not thinking about winning this tournament. He just won the U.S. Open. He wants to win the British next. That's his next thing. He's tuning up his game. So they're there to learn the course. Everybody's out there trying to understand what works and what doesn't work as far as the grounds and concessions and things like that. But all in all, I think they did a fantastic job. As far as sustainability, it will last. This Detroit area is fantastic for supporting sports events, and I think it'll last for a while. For sure, the 4 or 5 years of
Gary, real quick here, who have you caddied for?
What's that?
Who have you caddied for? You said you were a caddy on the PGA Tour. Who have you caddied?
Back in the day, back in the early 80s when I was a young guy, I caddied in the Buick Open for a guy named Bo Baugh, was the one that was here. His sister was Laura Baugh. She was pretty big on the LPGA Tour. The guy hit the ball a mile, but he couldn't putt great. And at the end of the round, I said to him after 4 rounds, I said, hey, if you'd have putted better, this is before statistics. I said, if you'd have putted better, you might have been right in this thing. And he said, what do you mean? I said, he had 30 putts under 5 feet, and he made 15 of them. The pros do like 25 of them, you know?
Gary, thank you for the phone call. 248-539-9797. Would you rather have tickets to this than any of our 4 major sports teams right now?
Yeah, that's another thing to think about. This is, for a lot of these players, this is the first time they played this course this week.
Yep.
And playing the practice round and then playing in the tournament. Imagine what it could be like 5 years from now when they're used to playing this tournament. Yeah. I mean, they're already tearing it up, although Cameron Champ did just bogey his last hole,
Well,
so he's only 7 under for the round and 13 under for the tournament.
Okay, so by last hole, you don't mean the last hole he's played.
No, he's played through 13 holes. He's 7 under for the day, 13 under for the tournament. He's tied with Ryan Armour.
248-539-9797. 11:35. Proper protocol when inviting someone to a game. Okay? There's some discrepancies here about the proper way to do it. We'll get to that at 11:35. 97.1 The Ticket.
24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be for everything sports. Flat screen, high definition TVs throughout the place. You're not going to have a bad seat in the house. You feel like you're in the front row. It's awesome. You get $3 bottles of Coors Light, Miller Lite during all the Detroit baseball games. And again, every seat's a great seat. You want great drinks?